to our channel released on Netflix. Let's start the video now.
Gilmore Girls fans, are you equipped to go back to the little nook of the world called Stars Hollow? Netflix is reviving the Like collection 9 years after the show ended its season 7 broadcast run, first at the WB, after which at the CW. Still currently in production, Gilmore Girls seasons will include 4 90-minute episodes, with every episode similar to one of the seasons. Pilot, Season 1, Episode 1. This one simply for expositional purposes possibly. The pilot establishes the various vocal dynamics among the valuable characters. Unmarried mom Lorelai Gilmore, Lauren Graham, and a BFF dating with the daughter she had at 16, Rory, Alexis Bledel, Lorelai's train dating together along with a mother and father, Richard, the late Edward Herman, and Emily, Kelly Bishop, in addition to Rory's forging dating together along with Rory's Dance, Season 1, Episode 9. Rory attends her first faculty feature together along with her boyfriend Dean Forrester, Jared Padalecki, simplistic yet antagonized with the aid of using her classmates Paris Geller, Lisa Wheel, and Tristan Dugray, Chad Michael Murray. Forgiveness and Stuff, Season 1, Episode 10. The Santa Burger for Forgiveness and Stuff 1.10 Mike/Netflix. Emily and Lorelai hold a squabble after their fallout from Rory's dance. When Lorelai is not capable of arriving at Emily and Richard's Christmas dinner on time, Emily uninvitations her and asks her to simplest ship Rory. A bored, lonely, and hungry Lorelai then is going to Luke's dinner, in which she served a festive Santa burger. In Hartford, Rory eats dinner with Emily, Richard, and their buddies till Richard collapses mid-meal and needs to be rushed to the health center. Red Light on the Wedding Night, Season 2, Episode 3. During her bachelorette birthday celebration, Lorelai calls Rory's father, Christopher Hayden, David Sutcliffe, to speak about her drawing close marriage to Max Medina, Scott Cohen, who additionally takes place to Rory's English trainer at Chilton. Lorelai and Christopher's communication reasons her to have bloodless feet. After figuring out she does not need to head ahead with the wedding ceremony, Lorelai and Rory take an impromptu avenue ride so that it will stay clear of the ensuing chatter and sympathies round city. Lorelai's Graduation Day, Season 2, Episode 21. After taking nighttime instructions at a Hartford Network college, Lorelai earns an associate's diploma in business, however, has no plans to wait for a commencement ceremony. After Rory persuades Lorelai to extrude her mind, Rory secretly extends an invite to Emily and Richard, whom Lorelai failed to invite below the belief that they would not need to wait. I Cannot Get Started, Season 2, Episode 22. Lorelai and Rory in I Cannot Get Started 2.22 Mike/Netflix. Christopher involves the city to go to Rory, whose arm has healed, considering that the automobile twist of fate may consequently have her forged removed. Since Christopher is in the city, he is invited to Suki and Jackson's Jackson Douglas practice session dinner and wedding ceremony. Haunted Leg, Season 3, Episode 2. After revealing to her mother and father that she had to interrupt it off with Christopher, Lorelai maintains to cope with Emily's meddling and trying to persuade Lorelai to rethink her decision. Elsewhere, Rory contends together along with the pangs of jealousy, seeing just round city with every other girl. They shoot Gilmore's, don't they? Season 3, Episode 7. Rory and Lorelai in They Shoot Gilmore's, Don't They? 3.07 Mike/Netflix. Lorelai coerces Rory into taking part in Star Hollow's 24-hour dance marathon, having misplaced the opposition formally because of subpar partners. The center of opposition, Jess walks into the venue together along with his girlfriend and correctly drives a wedge among Rory and Dean, who spectating from the bleachers. Dear Emily and Richard, Season 3, Episode 13. When Sherry is going into excursions early while Christopher is out of the city, Rory is compelled to generally tend to her on the health center. When Sherry's contractions worsen, Rory receives determined and calls Lorelai for assistance. Throughout the episode, Lorelai has flashbacks of while she and Christopher have been younger, consisting of how their mother and father observed out approximately Lorelai's pregnancy in addition to the start of Rory. Those Are Strings, Pinocchio, Season 3, Episode 22. Rory graduates from Chilton as valedictorian, however learns that Lorelai is the use of cash stored for the lodge she is making to plans to open with Suki as a down payment on Rory's training at Yale University. Rory subsequently agents and addressed Richard and Emily, now no longer, not as the only Lorelai did for Rory's training at Chilton, having her training funded in trade for weekly Friday nighttime dinners together along with the grandparents. The Incredible Shrinking Lorelais, Season 4, Episode 14. Rory starts while suffering academically at Yale because of a rigorous and overloaded schedule. Lorelai starts evolve suffering financially because of the cash pit. This is renovating the Dragonfly Inn. To make topics worse, the whole lacking the different phone calls and cries for assistance. The Reigning Lorelai, Season 4, Episode 16. Richard Small, the authentic Lorelai Marian Ross, whom he affectionately refers to as Trix, passes away. While going via Trix's private results and making plans for the funeral, Emily reveals a letter from Trix written to Richard, dissuading him from marrying Emily. Last week fights, this week tides. Season 4, Episode 21. Liz, Kathleen Willard, Luke's sister and Jess's mom, receives married to TJ Michael DeLewis in a medieval-themed wedding ceremony in Stars Hollow. Luke asks Lorelai to accompany him, which she begins with translates as platonic till they have a moment in the course of Liz and TJ's first dance. Raincoats and Recipes, Season 4, Episode 22. In anticipation of the Dragonfly Inn's establishing day, Lorelai and Suki have a dry run with the aid of inviting all of the townspeople to live as guests. Rory and Dean expand emotions for every different ones, more despite the reality that he is nevertheless married to Lindsay Ariel Cabell. Luke attempts to speak to Lorelai approximately the popularity in the dating, however is complex with the advent of Jason Chris Eggman. Richard and Emily monitor that they have been having marital problems. Even though Lorelai and Rory have recognized approximately their separation for pretty a few times. Written in the Stars, Season 5, Episode 3. Luke and Lorelai have their first legit date as a couple. Lorelai's wish of taking their dating gradual and maintaining it slow and low-key is ruined while after spending the night time at his place. She tries to get a cup of espresso downstairs carrying simplest Luke's flannel shirt, now no longer figuring out the dinner turned into open for business. You Jump, I Jump Jack 5.07. After coming across that Logan is part of the Life and Death Brigade, Rory convinces him to convey her alongside one and all their institution outings, so she ought to record on the name of the Game Society for the Yale Daily News. Elsewhere, Emily invitations Luke over for dinner after locating out he and Lorelai are dating. Left out of the dinner, Richard as a substitute invitations Luke out to play golf. Finally, Lane begins off evolved thus far her bandmate Zach told Loie. Wedding Bell Blues 5.13. In the show's centesimal episode, Emily and Richard have a good time, their reconciliation with the aid of renewing their vows with Lorelai as a maid of honor and Rory as his quality man. Rory and Logan take their dating to the subsequent step, even though he tells her that he is now no longer a monogamous man. Luke and Christopher conflict once they and Lorelai sees Rory and Logan within the midst of makeout session. Say Something 5.14. To persuade him of a dedication to their dating after he leaves her mother and father's marriage ceremony alone, Lorelai tries to tune Luke down. Rory plans to hang around with Logan, however is amazed while his invitation to return over seems to be a poker night time with different people. A House is Not a Home 5.22. Lorelai alternatives Rory up from the police station after she and Logan are arrested for stealing a boat. After Rory famous that she might not be returning to Yale, Lorelai attempts to get Richard and Emily to assist her to persuade Rory that losing out could be a horrific decision. Lorelai's intervention from Rory backfires after Richard and Emily inform her they guide Rory's decision. Friday Night's Alright for Fighting 6.13. Lorelai struggles to address her management and engagement to Luke and the way its miles affected, while his daughter April Vanessa Morano, who he fondly failed to recognize existed, enters the picture. Elsewhere, while Lorelai famous to Emily and Richard that their cash is not wished anymore to fund to Rory's training, the four Gilmores hash out everything beyond and present at Friday nighttime dinner. I Get a Sidekick Out of You 6.19. Lane and Zach get married, having each a conventional Buddhist wedding ceremony to assuage Lan's grandmother, in addition to a Seventh-day Adventist wedding ceremony to assuage her mom, Mrs. Kim Emily Kuroda. Super Cool Party People 6.20. Lorelai attempts to assist Luke plan a birthday celebration for April, however Luke nevertheless does not sense custody with Lorelai's involvement yet. Elsewhere, Rory rushes to the health center after locating out Logan turned into injured in the course of a life and death brigade event. Driving Miss Gilmore 6.21. Emily receives botched LASIK surgical operation and wishes Lorelai to chauffeur her around the city to run errands. When they come at their very last stop, an actual property enterprise close to Stars Hollow, Emily famous that she wants to shop for a residence for Lorelai and Luke as a marriage gift. partings, 6.22. Logan graduates from Yale, however, had to transport to London to paintings at his father's company. Before the night time of his departure, Rory throws Logan a London-themed birthday celebration. Elsewhere, Lorelai will become bored to death with the continuing put-off their wedding ceremony and offers Luke an ultimatum. Bon Voyage, 7.22. Finally, the authentic collection finale has to be revisited, however, possibly only for the sake of continuity. A lot maligned 7th season, the primary season without authentic creators, Amy Sherman Palladino and Dan Palladino turned into depleted of all of the allure that made the primary 6 seasons so compelling. With that said, the episode nevertheless had its movement, but sentimental they will have been.
Thank you for watching the video till end. For more Netflix movies, web series, reviews, news, and updates, please visit our website www.releaseonnetflix.com. And if you liked our video, hit the like button and share it with your friends. To stay updated, please subscribe to our channel, Release on Netflix.